Hey everyone, how are you? Jump on and say hi. If you're on the replay, say replay. But let's get started. Let's get started because I know that a lot of you are building businesses or trying to figure out what you want to do for your careers or changing careers. But I know that a lot of you are having problems in your relationship. And I know that that's causing, hey Terry, that's causing a lot of problems in your career, in your purpose, making money, finding clients, all the things. And I want to say that when people sign up with me, that what they typically do, is what I did, is they say, okay, I want to make more money in my business. I want to work on this. I want to work on that. I want to work on my business. And I want to ignore what's going on in my relationship because that's a shit show, which is fine. We start wherever you want to start. And then we don't think that we can either, hey Siri, hey Trung, we don't think that we can either fix our relationship, or it's too hard, or we've tried all the things, or we can't control the other person, so why even try, right? So we're just like, okay, that relationship, we're just going to put that on the back burner. We're going to work on our business. We're going to figure out how to make more money, figure out how to get clients. And we're so concerned with all these strategies and like how to do Instagram and like whatever, running around trying to like make it all work. And what we do is we overload ourselves in our business because we are avoiding our relationship thing, or our relationship pattern, or our relationship with ourselves, or that relationship stuff. And we overwork. And so what we do is we run ourselves down doing things that we don't need to be doing in our business. So we lose focus, motivation, drive, all the things, and we're not making money. And we're like, I'm doing all the things. Why am I not making money? But really, our subconscious is trying to keep us away from the pain of whatever's going on in our personal life, with our relationship, our past trauma. Our subconscious is trying to keep us busy, which is why we're so busy running. It's not that hard. It really isn't that hard. But we want to protect ourselves. So what we do is we pull away from the relationship stuff. We pull our thoughts and emotions away, and we just work on our business. And we're like, once we get this business running, once we make money, once we do this. But really, we're actually sabotaging our business and sabotaging our relationship. And if we just take a moment and look in our relationship, what is happening more often than not, and what was happening with me, was there were things that I wasn't allowed to talk about. If you've read my story, there were things that I wasn't allowed to talk about. I forgave, forgot. Let's not talk about the cheating. Let's move on, and let's shut that shit down. And because of that, I shut a lot of things down. I shut my dreams, desires, hopes, everything that I wanted, because I couldn't talk about this one thing. If you are suppressing yourself, your thoughts, feelings, emotions, if you are suppressing yourself in one area of your life, you're going to be suppressing yourself in other areas. So if you can't say what you need to say in your relationship, or with the people that you're dating, or your partner, or like wherever you are in that cycle, if you can't say what you need to say because it's not safe, then you're not going to be able to be seen in your business. You're not going to be able to be a leader to your employees, your partners. You're not going to be able to attract clients. You're going to be hiding, because you're hiding over here in your relationship, because it's not safe to speak up in your most intimate relationship. It's not safe to speak up in front of people that you don't know and attract clients. It's not safe. So when we stay in a relationship where we don't trust the person, like I did, where we don't trust the person and we shut ourselves down and say, okay, let's do this. Let's get married because this is the right thing to do. You forgave him. You're already in. You've already spent 4 or 5 years here. You already are committed. When we shut ourselves down and we like force ourselves into doing the same, like the thing, like getting into a marriage, when we're not, our soul is like, no, don't do that. And then you're like, well, it's not that bad. He treats me right now. He's not doing anything wrong now. Now he's okay, blah, blah, blah. It's not that bad. People have it worse. If we're reasoning out that shit, we're suppressing our soul. We are suppressing our soul, and we're saying that we are not worthy to get what we want in our relationship. We're not worthy enough to get to be able to be in a relationship with somebody that doesn't trust us. Hey, Dale. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Robert. We're not enough to be in a relationship with someone that we don't, we're not enough to be in a relationship. We're not good enough to be in a relationship with someone that we trust. Does that make sense? Okay. So we're settling for a relationship that, well, you know, he cheated on me once. It wasn't that bad. Like, fuck it. Like, you're looking over your shoulder all 11 years, wondering when he's going to cheat next. Yes, it is that bad. Yes, you can do better. And your soul knows that. That's why you have your hopes, dreams, desires. They are not just given to you so that you can be like, oh, well, I have this desire for this and that, and it's never going to happen. And like, it's just torment, right? That's not why our dreams and desires are given to us. Our dreams and desires are given to us so that we can draw inspiration and move toward them. But when we say, okay, that's not realistic, or this is the way it is, or trying to do something because it's the right thing to do, we are suppressing our soul. We are pushing down who we are and what we want. And when we do that, when we shut our mouths and don't say what we need to say, we can't say it to our potential clients. We can't attract clients. And then we also can't really do the work that we need to do in the world, right? Because we are still hiding. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Adele. We are still hiding who we are in our most intimate relationship, right? We're still hiding there. If we cannot be open there, then we're not going to be able to say, okay, this is the gift that I have to the world. This is what I offer to the world. This is me. And this is how I can help. It took me a long time to even be able to say, I'm divorced. I'm 42. I've made a lot of shitty mistakes in my life. And this is my story. And this is like how much I fucked up. And to say that out loud and be like, but this is why I can help you, because I know the whole story. I know where you are right now. I know the pain that you're going through. I know how difficult it is to make a decision on whether you should stay or go in a relationship. I sat on that for 3 or 4 years. You guys know that. Hey, Aaron. So I know what it's like to be divided inside, where you're like, I am having anxiety attacks and depression. I don't know what's wrong. I have this perfect life and I can't figure it out. I feel like I should leave, but it doesn't make sense for me to leave. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to be tormented between what I knew that I should do and what was the right thing for me, like what I felt like society wanted for me, or what I should have done in the right thing in my marriage, right? Stay married, tough it out, compromise some more. But we do this, we have these beliefs But it's almost like we're reading these beliefs wrong. Okay, so why did I leave? Okay, so I ended up marrying a man that I didn't trust because he cheated on me year one. Like, before we even got married, when we started dating, he cheated on me, and I never healed from that. Never healed from that. And I couldn't just, like, I couldn't stop looking over my shoulder. I had so much trauma and pain from that, and we weren't allowed to talk about it because, I forgave and I was supposed to move on. I never healed from that. But there was other things where basically he ended up neglecting me in the marriage, right? And I was just like, I can't do this. I would rather be alone than married and alone. But I didn't know how to heal. I didn't know that that was a thing. I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know how to deal with what I knew was right for me and what, like, I felt that I should do, because we have these ideas that we need to please other people, make everybody else happy, and do the right thing, and like, we have these obligations, right? That was in '08. We got a divorce in '08. Good. I'm good now. But this is what I help people with, right? Because I know what it's like to sit there and be like, 4 years, and then what happened was, and I call this kind of, what I call this, my like awakening, was my mom passed away at 47. She died of cancer. And I was like, oh, life is really short and I can't do this anymore. The time is running out. I was about 27. So I was like, I have about 20 years left before I die. Fucked up thinking, but that's the way we think, right? I'm 42 now. I'm not going to die. I have a message for the world, right? But now I have been able to get out of that relationship, establish who I am, come back to my soul, and start saying yes to myself, start building the life that I want, start, just really developing this relationship with myself so that I can say these things that have happened in my past, that things that I've done, things that have happened to me. And I know that everything in my past was supposed to happen because that led me here. Otherwise, I wouldn't have the wisdom that I need to have when I work with clients who are struggling in their business, who are struggling in their relationships, who have these relationship patterns where they keep doing the same thing over again and they need to break out, right? You need to have that wisdom. I needed to have that wisdom to be able to go deep with my clients, because I know for me, my shit was complicated. And I know a lot of you out there, you're thinking, wow, I have these relationship patterns and I had this trauma that happened to me 20, 30 years ago, and I'm not sure if I ever really healed, because now I'm having relationship patterns and now I can't make money in my business and now I don't know who I am and what I want. It's not something you can just, you have to go deep. You have to be able to, when I talk to somebody, I can see where they are and kind of where they are in what I've gone through. And I can see deeper than they can. When they talk about what they're doing in their business, I can see the problems that are coming out, where their trauma has like held them back in their business, why they're going through the things that they're going through in their relationships, why they keep getting into the same patterns, and they keep breaking up with, getting out of one relationship and then getting into another, and then just being in the same situation, right? They keep picking safer people to be with, but they are in the same relationship over and over again, and they're wondering why this is happening. Well, really, it's because they haven't gone deep enough. They haven't worked through the trauma. They haven't worked through what it means to say yes to themselves, to say yes to their soul. Because if you are in a relationship where you're pushing your soul down, saying you're not good enough to have the relationship you want, and saying that you have to make the other person happy, and you're shutting down, you're going to shut down in your business, and you're going to shut down in what you want to do for a business, which is going to keep you from finding your purpose. It's going to keep you from finding what you are truly meant to do in the world, because you can't say it. Because if you can't say something in your relationship, you can't say what you really want to do in the world to help people. And there's so many times where I ask somebody what they want to do, and they're like, I just want to help people. I'm like, what does that mean? Right? But you have to be able to go deep within yourself to figure out what that means and what your gift is to the world. I know that that's what happened for me. So if you are finding yourself in this kind of situation where you know that you're not living full out, that you know that you're suppressing yourself, suppressing what you want, suppressing your soul, and you're not getting what you want in your life, even though it may look pretty good, damn good from the outside, you know, on the inside, it's not working for you, right? That's where we have to go deep and connect back to who you are, what you want. And that's why I have the retreat coming up in May 9th through the 12th. And I'll put all that stuff in the notes. But that's why I have the retreat coming up, because I know you guys need to go deeper. I know you guys need to connect with like-minded people. I know you guys need a better answer than just another strategy, right? So I have the revival in Ruidoso, New Mexico. It's going to be so amazing. And we're just going to go into all of that, into what's going on in your relationships, what's going on in your life, what's going on in your business, because you can get to a point where you have all the things, right? And still feel like you're empty, feel like you don't have anything that you wanted. Hey, Jam. And that's not good, because you're building your life. You don't want to get to some point like I did, where I had the career and the husband and the house and like this white picket fence life, and think, you know, I don't really care about any of this. Stop now. Stop now. Take a moment and really ask yourself, why are you doing all this? What is it that you really want? And are you doing it out of fear? Are you doing it out of obligation? Are you doing it because of somebody else? And how are you really feeling about that? Are you depressed? Are you struggling with anxiety? Are you struggling with these things? Because if you're not happy, it's going to infect your whole life. It's going to show up. It's going to impact your business and your money and your income and your relationship, right? It's going to impact you. So where are you right now? What are you feeling? And you may feel like this moment, you may feel excited, driven, like you're working hard, you're focused, but most of the time you're not. Most of the time you're wondering like, okay, how do I get more energy? How do I get more motivated? How do I get more drive, ambition? How do I get through this? How do I hold this together? And if you're thinking along those lines, that's a problem, right? Another strategy is just another strategy. It's just going to get you, you know, another 2 feet. You can't work like that. You can't work your life like that. Like, strategies are good, but you have to be able to go deeper. And I know a lot of people who've gone to counseling and tried all the things, me included, right? Where you're like, I've worked my ass off. I tried everything I can. This is not working. I get it. But you can stay on the surface for so long and not make any progress. You can stay on the surface and just like run yourself down over and over again and not make any progress. But what changes is when you change inside, but you have to be around like-minded people. You have to be around the right mentors. You have to be immersed in the lifestyle that you want. And that's why going to the revival, going to my retreat is so important. That's why connecting with like-minded people, going to Tony Robbins events, connecting in and making sure that those people are a part of your life. Those things are very important, because you can't just go to an event and go home and think that your life is going to change. It might for a week, 2 weeks, a month. But that's why a lot of clients come to me, because they're like, I've been to all the Tony Robbins events and lots changed, but I'm still dealing with depression. I'm still dealing with this. I'm still dealing with that, you know, and I need ongoing support, because you do need ongoing support. You do need to find the right mentors, find the right network, find the right connections, and start changing the dynamics of your day-to-day life. So if you are available for my retreat, the revival, May 9th through 12th, like today's, let me know. I'm going to put a link in the comments, and yeah, click on it and let me know. The price will go up this next weekend on Saturday night, if I remember to change it. But I'll raise the price, but I want you guys to check it out. Let me know if you're coming, and I will see you then, and I will see you on the next Facebook Live.